Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to show everybody how to take the heads off of these big jumbo shrimps. They're actually Gulf Coast shrimps over by, they're caught in near Galveston, Texas. And we basically went to the Chinese New York market over here in Sunrise, Florida, and they sell them by the box. So it's a 4-pound box. We paid $42 for the box. Now, if you ever go to a restaurant and you want to order some jumbo shrimp cocktails, they charge you about $15 for 3 of these. So the first thing that we do is we make sure that they're frozen first, and we want to take the heads off. So basically, when they're frozen, you can snap the heads right off. And look at the size of these shrimps. They're huge. So basically, you just grab the shrimp and just snap the head right off. And the other reason we like them frozen is because they go down the disposal unit a lot better when they're frozen rather than when they're not. So basically, you just take the head and you just break it off. Throw it in the pot. There's another one. Break them off. Throw them in the pot. There you go. Look at the size of that one. Break them off. Put them in the pot. Now, if you look at this box, it comes with 29 shrimps. That's a pretty good deal. Actually, it ends up to be about $1.25 per shrimp. So, we'll be back in a little bit. Catch you then. Okay, we're back. The next thing is, once you've got all the heads pulled off, then the nicest thing to do is to throw them right down a disposal unit, and you're going to see that they go down nice and easy. Here we go. And basically what I do is I throw them in one at a time. We don't want to put them in too fast because it would clog up the drain. And there you go. One at a time. Kind of like putting ice cubes in because they're frozen. And there you have it. All the heads are gone. You don't have to worry about smelling up the trash. Whatever. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. And we've got all the heads off. And I think one of the most important things that you got to do is you got to do it quickly, because you want the shrimps to remain frozen so that you can put them back in the freezer and use them as you need them. So basically what I do is I use a freezer bag. And you know, basically just stick them in the freezer bag, a loose one, and that way, you know, we usually like to have 5 or 6 at a time. So, you know, if you stick them in the bag, you can just grab them as you need them. And I don't like to, I want to have them loose so that when they go in the freezer, that they don't all stick together. So just shake them around a little bit, leave the air in the bag, stick them in the freezer, and you're done. So when we come back, we're going to show you some recipes. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Okay, we're back. Okay, so now that we've got all the heads off, we want a nice little snack. So I picked out 7 shrimps. And as you'll notice, the skins are still on them. We want to thaw them out because we're getting ready to boil them in a pot, and we're going to make some shrimp cocktail. So basically just cover them with water and let them set out 5 or 10 minutes until they're thawed, and we'll be back once we get the water boiling. Okay? See you soon. Okay, we're getting ready to make some shrimp cocktails here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to peel these shells off of the shrimps, and we want to devein them. We also want to cut along the seams so that we can kind of make a butterfly with the shrimps that you've seen in the restaurants. So basically the easiest way to peel these is to hold them like this, and you just grab the shells on the sides 2 at a time and kind of pull them back. And then there's this third one. Take that one, And you'll see that we're leaving the tail on. Turn the shrimp around and then just tear this off and just rip the underside away, and there you go. You have a clean shrimp, or a deep, we took the skin off the shrimp. Now what we have to do, if you look in here in the center of the top, take your knife and kind of cut down the middle of the shrimp, and then you'll be able to fold it in half. And this is what we call deveining. And I don't know if you can see it, but you'll see this stuff right here has got to come out. See that right there? We don't want to eat that. You pull that out, rinse it off, and you'll notice it's a nice butterfly shrimp. So you do that to all the shrimps, and you're ready to go. Next step is to boil those shrimps, and we'll be back in a few minutes once the water's boiling. Thank you. Okay, next step is to boil the water. Basically what you do is you fill the pot up about a quarter way with water. You don't have to fill it too much because really the idea is to steam the shrimp, and also put a couple of shakes of salt in it. We use kosher salt. It's better for you. And we wait for that to boil. Once that boils, we're going to stick the shrimps in. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, the water's boiling. So basically we're going to take that top off. I don't usually cook the shrimps with the top on because a lot of times it'll boil over, especially if the temperature is too hot. But you'll see that it's boiling, and you'll see that we've got about a quarter of a pot of water. So we're just going to go ahead and dump our shrimps in, and then basically spread them around so they're all on one layer. And once you do that, then you set your timer for 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all you need. Once 3 minutes is up, your shrimps are done. So you may also want to turn your burner down a little bit. When you're cooking them, I like to put it down to like number 8 on my stove. Not full blast, but just a little bit down. Kind of stir them around a little bit. You're going to see how they're all curling up a little bit. You can see how they're curled. And once that timer gets down to 3 minutes, we'll be back. Or excuse me, 0 minutes. Now you can see how it's nice and it's steaming up nicely. So we got another about another 2 minutes. But be sure to stir them up a little bit every once in a while. And make sure that you don't walk away from the stove, because if you do, they could very well go over. Okay, we're back. One of the most important things is homemade cocktail sauce. And basically what you do is you use ketchup and horseradish. And it's horseradish cream. And you don't put much in. You just put like a couple of little scoops. And that's it. Then you go ahead and you put your ketchup in there. You'll see how much we're putting in. Fill that cup about 3/4 full. And basically just stir it up. And there you go. Homemade cocktail sauce for those jumbo shrimps. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, the shrimps are done. The first thing that you have to do is dump the water out, because our job is to get these shrimps cooled down as fast as we can. Run it under some cold water. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to put it on ice. So let's go ahead and drain these again. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to put them right in here on top of the ice, because we're going to be putting these in the freezer. See how they're all nice and curled up, ready to go. Put the ice on top of the shrimps. And now basically we're just going to stick them in the freezer. Set your timer for like 15 minutes. and then take them out and you'll be ready to roll. We'll be back. Okay, we're back with the finished product. Basically what we have to do now is just take the shrimps out, and you can see how they're all nice and curled up. Stick them right around the dish. I think I cooked too many, but we'll see. Well, actually, you can never cook enough. Awesome treat. The nice thing about the shrimps, it really doesn't take much time. And there you have it. Shrimp cocktail by Bob. Hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon because I'm hungry. Catch you later.